ASMR Gaming News. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to ASMR Gaming News. Please hit that like button, sit back, relax, and let's begin. So, first piece of news is for the very, very popular game that I'm sure all of you are familiar with, Rocket League. So, Rocket League's developers this past week, Psyonix, said that they would be removing randomized and paid loot crates from Rocket League. So, that's a big change. So, interesting that this happened after Epic Games bought Rocket League. I'm sure Epic might have talked to the developers asking them to maybe remove randomized loot crates, because there was a huge deal the past few months about loot crates, actually for the past year to be honest. But yeah, loot crates, loot boxes aren't in the best light right now. Lots of people hate loot boxes and loot crates and kind of like microtransactions in games, so I feel like Epic Games might have had a hand in changing Psyonix's mind on paid and randomized crates in Rocket League. So yeah, fans are, curious about why this change and why it's happening now. There's some speculation that Rocket League is going to be coming to the Epic Games Store before the end of the year, and that the Epic Games version of Rocket League is going to have a lot of different things in it compared to, the versions on PC or PS4. So, interested to see what the new kind of like updated Rocket League is going to look like. Next, there's been a lot of loot box news this week, so officially, as of right now, like all future games being released on Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft systems. So basically, every Xbox, every PlayStation, Nintendo system, from now on, when a game is released that has loot boxes, they are going to be required to put on the box or on the official website information whenever you purchase a game, the specific details of your chances on loot box odds. So let's say if there's something super rare in a loot box, they're now officially legally obligated to put in, you have a 0.1% chance of getting this item or a 0.5% chance of getting this item. So yeah, that's actually a really good thing. So now developers, won't be able to necessarily scam people into purchasing thousands of loot boxes to get something that they really want, not knowing that it's probably impossible. So I'm sure EA with FIFA and a lot of other developers out there that make games with a lot of loot boxes or microtransactions aren't going to be happy about this, but it's for the best. And I'm really happy that Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft are all together on this, and they're, regulating loot boxes. So that's pretty big news, to be honest, and I like what they did. So hopefully more people will be a little bit more cautious buying tons of loot boxes when they can actually see the odds of getting super rare and special items now. Death Stranding got some news this week. The upcoming PlayStation 4 exclusive that everyone has been waiting for apparently might not be a PS4 exclusive. So Sony has an official upcoming exclusives for PS4 game page listing, and this past week Death Stranding has been removed from that page. So fans are speculating that perhaps Death Stranding is not going to be a PS4 exclusive anymore. Maybe it will be releasing in the future on Xbox or on PC. There's actually this really kind of big rumor going around that Epic Games might have purchased the PC exclusivity for Death Stranding, so that PS4 will be the only console that you can get it on. But PC, the only way that you can play it will be on the Epic Games Store. So Epic would definitely do something like this. They have the money, and this is a really big game that people are waiting for. So it's interesting that Sony removed it from their exclusive side of their website. Now maybe it was just an error, and then all of these discussions people are having will be, put to rest. But it is interesting that a PS4 exclusive just randomly disappears off the exclusive page. And everyone, since the first reveal of this game thought it was an exclusive, and everyone was always mentioning that it was an exclusive. So yeah, interesting. I wonder if it's still an exclusive or if it will be coming to other systems. I'm sure fans on, of Kojima on Xbox and PC are going to be very happy if this game is not just a PS4 exclusive, so then more people will get the chance to play the game. Next, we have some pretty sad news. Disney's DuckTales Remastered game that came out a few years ago. It was a remaster of the NES DuckTales game. Really awesome game. You play as a Scrooge McDuck, you bounce around on his cane, you travel around the world collecting diamonds and jewels and stuff. Great music. The original game is like a classic on the NES. I have a lot of fun memories playing that game. But, yeah, DuckTales Remastered was like an enhanced remastered version. They redid all the graphics and music for that game, and they released it a few years ago, and for the most part, people enjoyed it. It wasn't as good as the first game, the original, but it was still good. And it was only available digitally for the most part. I think there are some physical copies of the Wii U version or something, maybe PlayStation Vita. I don't remember exactly, but it was only available digitally on, PlayStation Store, Xbox Live, stuff like that. So what happened was, this past week, it was announced that DuckTales Remastered, the license would be running out, and the game was going to be delisted from all digital stores on August 8th, so that's yesterday. So as of right now, there is no legal way to purchase DuckTales Remastered anymore, so people are kind of disappointed. This kind of proves that we still kind of need physical copies of games, because if a website or an online store decides to remove a game, there's no way to get it anymore. Netflix removes TV shows that people love all the time, and it's like, if Netflix doesn't have it, then where can you get this show? So the same thing kind of applies here with DuckTales. It's removed now, and it's probably never coming back, so people in 2025, they're not going to be able to play or buy DuckTales Remastered unless they have a friend that bought it back in 2015 or something. So yeah, kind of weird to be honest. But so next we have some news for Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. Man, say that 3 times real fast. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD. This is the next big Super Monkey Ball game. It's a remaster port of an older Monkey Ball game released on the Nintendo Wii, but the graphics look amazing. It's coming out on PC, PS4, and yeah, the gameplay trailer they released looks amazing. I actually really want to play some Super Monkey Ball after watching the trailer. It's been a very long time. So much fun. I think I might actually play this game on the channel once it releases, so I highly recommend checking out the trailer if you can. Next, Google Stadia has a special event set for the 19th of August, and that's in about a week from now. What they plan on doing is basically announcing some more features for the Stadia and trying to calm down everyone that's being very negative about the Stadia, because let's be honest, these past few weeks, lots of negativity surrounding the Stadia. People, when the Stadia was first announced, were pretty positive for the most part. They were cautious, but looking forward to seeing how this would actually look and run. And then after E3 and all the news that came out, let's just say that the Stadia, the news that kept coming out was pretty bad, having to buy games at full price, not being able to rent games as part of the subscription service was kind of bad, and every week that goes by, there's just more and more people, arguing about how bad the Stadia is, and I think Google definitely heard about this, so they want to kind of calm all the people down with this Connect that they plan on having this event here to talk about the Stadia and kind of address some issues. So hopefully they can answer some people's questions, and maybe, who knows, maybe they're going to make an announcement that's actually positive that people will appreciate. Maybe they will have a subscription service that will allow you to play all the games, kind of like what people wanted. So let's just see what they announced on August 19th. Hopefully it's something good. Next, No Man's Sky has a new Beyond update, which is launching on August 14th, so that's very, very soon, just a few more days. And let me tell you, this Beyond update, I still can't believe that No Man's Sky came out, was kind of a failure at launch, and then every few months they just release an update that's just huge with tons of new content, and people absolutely love the developers for this now. So the Beyond update, super huge update, adding so much to the game. There's a trailer, teaser trailer, and yeah, just a lot of information out there right now about what's going to be included in the Beyond update, but can't believe it's coming out in just about a week or so, and I will be downloading that because I still have No Man's Sky on my PS4. I play it from time to time. The game is amazing. They really did a great job with it. Next, EVO happened this week. For those that don't know, EVO is the yearly big event for fighting game fans. It's basically the Super Bowl, but for fighting games. It's where everybody goes to play their favorite fighting games, compete in tournaments, and then there is Top 8, where the best players face off against each other to see who is the, first place winner, and they get to take home a big, trophy, and they win money, so it's just a really big event. So at EVO, they usually announce new games, and during EVO this year, there was a gag between Harada, one of the, creators, developers from Tekken 7. He's very, very famous, Harada. He's been involved with the Tekken series for a very, very long time, so he's known to the fans. And during EVO, there was this kind of skit that they had on screen, featuring Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, and immediately people misunderstood this as being an official kind of reveal or tease for Metal Gear Solid Snake appearing in Tekken 7 or an upcoming Tekken game. And afterwards they had to apologize, and there was this whole thing going on about how no one was actually contacted about this skit. The voice actor David Hayter for Solid Snake was angry that they did not talk to him before showing this, so they used his voice without permission. And apparently Konami, the creators, the company behind Metal Gear Solid, got involved as well. So it's just a really kind of messed up situation. They just decided to do something fun, kind of as a joke, that ended up kind of making fans angry and the company angry because they didn't really ask them to use their characters for this gag. So yeah, there's this whole thing that happened, but apparently Solid Snake not going to be in any Tekken games. This was just a kind of joke that got taken too far, and yeah, they apologized, and yeah, it was just a pretty crazy situation for a lot of people, and some people were very, very disappointed because they were expecting something crazy like Solid Snake to actually be in Tekken 7, but new characters were announced for Tekken 7, new Season 3 characters. Zafina is... there was a reveal trailer. Zafina is in the game now. Leroy Smith is in Tekken 7, just really cool. There's a trailer and everything. You can see the live reactions of the audience when these new characters were announced. Look pretty cool. I love Tekken 7. I still play it from time to time on my PlayStation 4. Next, there were a lot of other announcements here and there at EVO. Street Fighter V announced, the new season of DLC characters for Poison and other fan favorites like Honda. So Honda now officially going to be in Street Fighter V, so that's awesome. I actually played him a little bit back in the Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 4 days, more in Street Fighter 4 though. He's a fun character to play, pretty slow, but his attacks are very, very strong. Then they announced crazy crazy things like a new Guilty Gear game that is coming in 2020 that looks amazing. For those that haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend checking out Guilty Gear, the upcoming 2020 game. It blew everyone away. The graphics, like the art style, looks amazing. It's like realistic, but still keeping that 2D feel at the same time. So it's 3D. It's a 3D game, but it looks like very, very good. So I have no idea how they made this game look so good. Lots of game websites on the internet are talking about this right now. Lots of news outlets writing articles about how the graphics just blew everyone away at EVO, and fans are very, very happy. So there is a new Guilty Gear that was announced at EVO coming in 2020. And additionally, a new King of Fighters game, King of Fighters 15, was announced and is currently in development. So, new King of Fighters game is in development for all the fans out there. Next, we have some news for Journey. So this is kind of interesting. Journey, the highly acclaimed game when it released, it was Game of the Year, considered to be a masterpiece on the PS3, and then it was re-released on PS4, and it's available on PC now. Actually, if you have a PC, you can get Journey on it. But yeah, they just made the game available for Apple iOS devices, so if you want to play Journey, you can now play it on your phone. I'd recommend playing it on a console or on PC just because of the graphics. You really need to experience the graphics in like high definition as possible on a very large screen. But it's still cool that the game is available on iOS. So yeah, if you haven't played it yet, maybe this is a good way for you to check it out if you want. And lastly, there is this really cool co-op shoot and slash dungeon crawler game called Riverbond that I discovered this week. So apparently it's coming out for the Nintendo Switch, PS4, PC. I think it's also going to be on Xbox. But this game kind of looks like Minecraft Dungeons. If any of you remember seeing that trailer at E3, it was an announcement for a dungeon crawler Minecraft game. This kind of looks like that, but it's coming out very soon, and it looks really nice, like a lot of fun. You basically go around with your friends, or you can do it solo, in these huge dungeon-type worlds, fighting enemies. The graphics look really unique, kind of pixely. I'm not sure that's even a word, but you get what I'm trying to say. Highly recommend checking out this Riverbond trailer that they put out this week. Game looks like a lot of fun. I'm actually considering picking this up and playing it on the channel after seeing the trailer, just because it looks like a lot of fun, either playing it alone or playing it with friends. So yeah, check out Riverbond. Kind of interesting that I haven't heard about this game until like this week, but I'm happy. It looks cool, and there's also going to be characters in it like Shovel Knight and other popular indie game characters are going to be playable characters in this game, so that's awesome. But anyway, that is all the news for this week, so thank you all for listening, for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to help out and support the channel, head on over to patreon.com/ASMRGaming. And with as little as $1 a month, you can help support the channel and the creation of videos just like this one. So definitely do that if you can. I really appreciate everyone that does. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Thanks again for watching, and so long, and farewell.